Meri hasn't always made discerning choices as far as relationships go. Hello, Cody. Hello, Catfish. And I think it's safe to say that Meri hasn't always seen the signs that a relationship was over. I'll speak for myself when I say I was cautiously optimistic for Meri when at the end of season 18, she finally terminated her marriage relationship with Cody. Meri has revealed that she wanted to find a life companion after closing the Cody chapter of her life. I think we all would have hated to see history repeat itself with another Catfish or Cody type relationship for Meri. Meri had revealed to her followers that she started dating a man named Amos. Social media and the press quickly went to work super sleuthing the object of Meri's affection. The public's magnifying glass seemed to have been too much for Amos to bear. Amos had no interest in being famous Amos. Today, I want to talk about how I think this breakup may have just been the best thing for Meri. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Hello, my friends. Long time no see. I was on vacation. I did have a wonderful vacation with my little family. I'm so refreshed and I'm so happy to be back because I missed you all and a lot has happened while I was away. First, before we jump into today's topic, let's hear from today's video sponsor. You guys, I am so excited to be partnering again with Paired. As you know, Paired is the relationship care app and my husband and I enjoy it so much. We are both playfully competitive by nature, so playing these relationship games and answering the relationship questions really satisfies our competitive spirits while also helping us improve our communication. This past December, my husband and I celebrated our 5-year wedding anniversary, and we've been dating for over 7 years. Using the Paired app helps us to still discover new things about each other. You learn things you may not have thought to ask in the past. The you or me style games are my favorite, but my husband and I have had really in-depth conversations prompted by this reflecting together question pack. Looking back on 2023, it was nice to remember some of my favorite moments as well as reflect on some challenging ones that really made me appreciate what a supportive partner my husband is. Strong communication is key for a happy and healthy relationship, and Paired encourages couples to talk more. Click my link below to get a 7-day free trial and 25% off Paired Premium so you can maintain and deepen your connection with your partner. Thank you, Paired, for partnering with me again and for sponsoring this video. Something that is pretty much universal is the shitty feeling of a breakup. We've all gone through it. Even if it's a fairly short relationship, even if the other partner may not have been lifelong companion material, even if the breakup was mutual or if you're the one initiating it, it still puts you in a funk. We've all had friends date people that made us go, ugh, I wish you wouldn't, or gasp, maybe we were the one that was dating someone with questionable intentions. Hi, guilty. So you may be asking yourself, Sarah, how could you say a breakup is a good thing for someone? Well, for the first time, maybe ever, Meri accepted the writing on the wall, and I think that shows a lot of growth. Again, just speaking for myself, I was mildly disappointed that Christine married what seems like the first dude that came along after she left Cody. Cody was her one and only up to that point. We wanted to see Christine date, single life, sister wives edition. She didn't need to go out and sample all the ice cream flavors a la Tony Padron, but it would have been nice to see her date around a little bit. To be fair, we really don't know how Christine's pre-David dating life will play out on the show because we got Christine and David's wedding special before we even get introduced to David on the show. Aside, of course, from that brief introduction during the season 18 tell-all. From what we've heard from the likes of McKelty, season 19 will feature Christine and David's journey to the altar. So I'm not sure if they're going to spend too much time on Christine's dating life pre-David. With that being said, I am a firm believer of when you know, you know. So I certainly don't begrudge Christine her happily ever after simply because we would like to see some messier TV. We have Love is Blind season 6 for that. Okay, so we have Christine getting her well-deserved fairy tale ending. During Christine and Janelle's press tour for season 18, Janelle disclosed that while she's not really interested in dating around, she would consider getting into another plural marriage. I gasped when she said that. If I had pearls, I would have clutched them. I'm happy to see Janelle thriving whilst considering herself separated or no longer with her partner or whatever she wants to call it, but good golly. I hope she never dips her toe back into the plural marriage pond. So that leads us to Meri. Meri, the first wife who hung on the longest while being neglected the worst, maybe? I don't know. I don't really think it's a competition for who Cody treated the most like dog shit, but he definitely treated Meri like dog shit for a long time. From watching the show, from reading the book, what I have gathered is that Meri, being in mergers and acquisitions as she was, highly encouraged Cody's pursuit of Robin to secure a spot in his favor. What backfired on Meri is she thought this was going to be like when she brought in Christine. Sure, she may have to sacrifice a bit of her one-on-one time with the codester, but Cody will see that she's still that cool first wife who's down with polygamy. I do believe that Cody more or less split his time evenly-ish between Meri, Christine, and Janelle. And I honestly think that each of the OG3 were more favored at different points throughout the 16 years before Robin. There were points where I was like, oh, Meri is definitely the favorite there. And likewise at different moments with Janelle and Christine. But when Cody says he didn't know what being in love was until he fell in love with Robin, I actually believe that too. To the extent that I think Cody is capable of being in love. While I do think that he definitely feels those feelings for Robin, the thing with Cody is he's never going to love anyone more than he loves himself. With that being said, any semblance of fairness went out the window when Robin came into the family. His preference for Robin was obvious, and Robin is a taker. She has no problem rationalizing her need for preferential treatment when it comes to her and her kids. There was always a logical reason why she needed an 11-day honeymoon. I mean, she needed alone bonding time with Cody. She's competing against 16 years of history, you guys. And she needed that big house with individual rooms for each of her kids because she and her kids have never been accepted by the rest of the family. Nay, not only were they not accepted, but they were bullied and mistreated. She didn't want to subject her kids to that. And she didn't want to be relegated to her share of Coyote Pass being lumped in with Cody just because she had to be the legal wife in order to have Cody adopt her kids. She deserves her own share just like the rest of the wives. See what I mean? It's take, no matter how illogical it appears to the rest of the world and at whose expense it comes at for her to obtain those things. The moment Cody brought Robin into the family, all of his other households, his wives, and their children became a chore for him. And who wants to do chores? Definitely not Cody. Cody took on this attitude that simply showing up to the other households warranted him all the accolades and praise. It didn't matter if he was mentally and emotionally checked out and spent his entire time on his phone with Robin. His carcass was there. These people should be grateful. Meri was the first abandoned. She only produced one child for him, and that child was entering adulthood. They were going to school. They entered into their own relationship. Cody didn't have an obligatory pull to Meri's by way of tender age children to attend to. Now enter the catfish situation. Ace and Caitlin on the Shit Talk podcast are currently recapping season 9 of Sister Wives on their Patreon. And season 9 immediately predates Meri's admission of her catfishing. If you haven't yet rewatched season 9, I highly recommend it because there's so many moments that Ace and Caitlin point out where Meri is texting away on her phone. She's aloof. She's disinterested in the couch interviews. Looking back with hindsight, it's really obvious that something is up with Meri. Here's my thing about the catfish situation with Meri. Do I condone cheating? Absolutely not. But do I understand what led Meri down this path? Fuck yeah. She was abandoned years prior. My real issue with the catfish situation is that Meri, to this day, has not taken accountability for it. I mean, Cody is right. She had an affair. She was leaving his ass, and we would have all cheered her on if she had. But the situation blew up in her face, and because this person wasn't who they said they were, Meri got to claim perpetual victimhood, and that has always irked me. When Meri announced she fully intended on dating again after Cody, I was so excited for her. But I was like, we cannot have another catfish situation. We cannot have another person who portrays themselves as one thing when really they're another. We need someone for Meri who is exactly who they say they are, who shows up for her, who values Meri for her companionship and not just how she can pad their bank account. That is what anyone deserves, Meri included. Enter not so famous Amos. I took the same stance that I took with David. I am going to let these men show us who they are. I don't give a fuck if someone filed bankruptcy. People should be able to not be defined by their past. And if Meri thought Amos was a catch, well, then I am happy if Meri is happy. The one thing from Amos's past that did perk my alarm bells was the fact that he had been married a whole bunch. To me, that said, dude's here for a good time, not a long time. David's daughter basically admitted that she manifested her dad and Christine's relationship. She was a fan of the show and she wanted her dad and Christine to be together. David seems to be adjusting to life in the limelight pretty well, and he clearly has his family's support. Meri did a Fridays with Friends with Amos, and you could tell that Amos was not used to this kind of attention. After that Fridays with Friends, we didn't really hear about Meri and Amos's relationship until last Friday when Meri announced that they had agreed to go their separate ways. Meri cited the intense media scrutiny as one of the reasons why their relationship disintegrated. The fact that Meri accepted this breakup for what it was shows incredible growth. If Amos wasn't comfortable being on Fridays with Friends, I definitely don't think he would have been comfortable long-term filming the show. You know, when breakups happen, people try to soften the blow, usually saying things like, maybe we should take a break, we can still be friends, it's not you, it's me, etc., etc. And Meri has shown that she was the type of person that would take breakup platitudes as gospel. How many times did we see Cody essentially tell Meri he's not interested in being around her, but because he would never divorce her, she saw that as him saying there was still a chance.
What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
So all of this is just to say thank you, Amos, for showing our Meri a good time for a few months. I mean, hopefully. I don't know how happy their relationship was. And thank you for being very explicit in the way you ended things with Meri. And Meri, you go girl for handling all of this with grace. Breakups are shitty. I hope we get to see some Single Life Sister Wives edition by way of Meri dating on future seasons. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Coming up this weekend, I will have a Manjaro update for you guys. And if you are a member of my channel, I will have a little mini office tour for you. Nothing super thrilling, but that was February's member exclusive. And I'm a little late on it because of my vacation and just generally my inability to get my shit together. But that also will be coming this weekend. And as a reminder, if you're a member, March's Members Live will be March 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And James, Amanda, and I will be back to recap Sister Wives the early years on Monday, March 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and X at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.